Awakening in a hospital bed, Aki turns to see Denji and Power at his bedside, reading manga and arguing over apples. Aki asks who of the 4th Division survived, with Denji responding that only Kobani and Madoka made it. Denji and Power then turn to leave, as they were summoned by Makima. However, noting Aki's quiet despondence, Denji leaves him an apple. Now alone in his room, Aki unsheaths the cursed sword and asks the cursed devil how long he has to live. It responds 2 years. Aki picks up a cigarette, however remembering Himino, he drops it and breaks down crying. Outside the room, Denji looks through the window, hoping to collect the manga he'd left in there. He begins to walk away, before suddenly realizing that despite his attachment to Himino, her death has not caused him to cry or feel any real sadness. He thinks back to the sadness he felt after Pochita's death, and realizes that neither Power nor Aki's deaths would make him cry. He thinks that even if Makima were to die, though he would be depressed for a short while, he would get over it surprisingly quickly. Troubled by these thoughts, he wonders if giving his heart to a devil truly robbed him of his humanity.
人の心までなくなっちまったのか。
Resolving not to think about such depressing topics, he and Power leave to meet with Makima. As they do, Tendo and Kuroshi enter Aki's room to instruct him regarding the changes to the 4th Division. Meanwhile, Makima explains to Denji and Power that the Bureau believes enemy forces are targeting Denji specifically. As such, they have prepared a training course for the two of them. She begins to introduce them to Kishibe but is interrupted by him. He asks them about their thoughts when their comrades died, to which they state they felt nothing. He then asks if they desire revenge, which they both rebuff. Lastly, he asks whether they're loyal to humans or devils, to which they both respond whoever will give them the best deal. Kishibe expresses satisfaction with their responses. Kishibe steps forward, and puts his arms around Denji and Power's shoulders, stating their training has started. Makima turns to leave, as Kishibe explains he is a devil hunter working with the Special 1st Division, and asks them to call him master. He then informs the pair that he enjoys booze, women, and killing devils before he begins to calmly choke the two of them, snapping their necks. Kishibe drops Denji and Power to the floor, explaining that their basic body structures are identical to humans, and as such he snapped their necks, paralyzing them. He then gives them blood, explaining that, unlike humans, it is all they need to recover from most injuries. Kishibe explains that he is the strongest devil hunter, and as such believes that to truly train the two of them, they need to reach a point where they can beat him in a confrontation. Denji and Power move towards him, preparing to fight. However, Kishibe swiftly stabs Denji in the head and back, before slitting Power's throat. He comments on their inhuman intuition to try and attack him without a moment of hesitation. He states that since he was a child, he'd always hoped for a toy that wouldn't break, before promising to turn the pair into the baddest of badasses. Meanwhile, in his hospital bed, Aki is surprised to find he is unable to summon Khan. Kuroshi remarks that the devil is likely angry for being injured by Katana Man, and as such is likely to never respond to him again. Kendo asks about Aki's lifespan after using the cursed devil, but he interrupts and asks about their intentions. They reveal that due to the worsening of the devil crisis and massive losses of the organization, the Bureau intends to request he makes a deal with a massively powerful devil to help gain an advantage. They then give him the choice to quit and live a more peaceful life. However, he refuses, seeking revenge against the gun devil for killing his family, and the gun agents for killing Himino. As Kuroshi and Tendo leave, an unseen woman enters, surprising Aki. That night, Kishibe decides to stop the training so he can go home and sleep. Denji collapses from exhaustion, as Power gives him some blood to heal him. The pair walk home, bloodied and battered. Power comments on how Denji likely died 20 times, and she was knocked unconscious the same amount. The two consider running away, with Denji noting that fighting without enjoying himself is the worst. Suddenly, Power suggests that rather than using brute force, they try to outsmart Kishibe, causing the pair to grow excited and remark they feel smarter already. Kishibe walks towards Denji and Power's apartment, annoyed at them for being late to training. From inside, Power smells his presence, as the pair, now wearing glasses, move to put Operation Super Smart into action. Power thrusts a spear of blood through the door, however, Kishibe intuitively dodges it. On the floor above, the pair had placed bottles of blood, which Power uses to spear through the ceiling above Kishibe. Again, Kishibe blocks and dodges them. Denji drops down quietly behind him, hoping to hit him with an axe. However, Kishibe swiftly kicks him in the head, knocking him down without looking. Kishibe commends them for their attempt, stating it was the best yet, but points out the pair were weakened by Power's massive loss of blood and Denji's inability to predict attacks. He tells them that they're done for the day. However, as Denji begins to relax, he flings a knife, warning the duo that prey shouldn't trust what a hunter says. Meanwhile, Kuroshi and Tendo take Aki to the Bureau's devil holding facility. They remind him that making a contract with these devils will entail heavy losses. However, it will ultimately protect him in the coming conflicts. Kuroshi asks about the girl who visited him at the hospital, to which Aki reveals she was Himeno's younger sister. She gave him several letters Himeno had written to her over the years, many of which discuss him. In one highlighted passage, Himeno asked, "Is there anything I can do to get Aki to quit?" As they reach a chamber, Kuroshi reveals they intend for Aki to make a contract with the future devil. They remark on two previous agents who made a contract with it, one who gave up half of their lifespan, and another who gave up both eyes as well as their senses of taste and smell. Aki enters, and sees the humanoid, tree-like future devil emerge from the shadows, as it repeats the phrase "the future rules."